Prof. Sarpong now, and Prof. I mean, the electoral history, the electoral data, it shows quite clearly that Ghanaians do not have the appetite for anything other than the NPP and the NDC. I mean, is that a fair conclusion for one to reach? You are familiar with the electoral data?
Yes, so thank you very much. So let's put on record that the NPP and the NDC do work their way into power. They do hard work before they get back into power. So it is not going to lie on a silver platter that a third force would exist, and if Ghanaians see how one group has mismanaged itself, automatically they discard that. They work it out. They go back to the people. Sometimes you hear apologies, sometimes you see reassurance, and usually it is the one who gets the, it's assumed that if you get a second chance, you are going to do things right and all those things. So they do work their way into power, and let's put that one on record. Again, it's also on record that in the Fourth Republic, we've never had a third force political party. A third force, by definition, is the party that places third with not less than 5% of the votes. So it's not just about placing third. You place third with not less than 5% of the votes. Professor Hilary Man, Dr. Edward Mahama came close with about 4.6 or so percent in 1996 or so. Apart from that, and if you check the data, none of the political parties have come very close. It's always been the NPP and the NDC, and the rest fall so far below the 5% mark. Sometimes we even have rejected ballots doing better than political parties. So I'm saying this thing so that the conversation is put into perspective, especially for the new political party. If they really want to come and break the duopoly of the NDC and the NPP, it is about work, because the NDC and the NPP don't just sit for the votes to come. They have structures from branch level to constituency level, and that is the work they need to do. They must regularly visit those places to get attracted, share their visions and aspirations, win people, recruit people, and then their party becomes attractive. When it's a political year, they engage, they work hard, and then we see what they get. So that's on record. And then if they are going to be on record to be the third force we are looking for, they must start by targeting not less than 5% of the votes. If they are not going to win, they shouldn't also lose with less than 5% of the vote. Then we will put the third force discussion into its right perspective. But, I mean, having said that, they are welcome. This is a multi-party democracy country, and so we hope to see their impact and contribution to the concept of multi-party democracy. Unfortunately, they are coming at a time where Ghana has close to 37 political parties within the Fourth Republic alone. 25, we can say, are clearly defunct. I don't know when everybody, everywhere, political parties, every Ghanaian, everywhere, I don't know when they are going to come back again. You've heard some of the names in the past. Yes, so they are clearly... Yeah, so what I'm saying is that they went through the same process, but today we can't even identify where their shadows are. Currently, we have 2 plus 10. 2 being the NPP and the NDC, we know have the structures that carefully fix the definition of a political party, both in literature and in requirements of the Electoral Commission. Sometimes they overlook some of the strict requirements. You must have district offices and all those things, and all those check boxes would have to be going forward looked at again. Then we can prune this 10 down to maybe the number that are serious and willing to fight. I mean, not fight as in fight, but to participate in the process vigorously. If I'm adding United Party, I don't know whether I should add them to the 2 or to the 10. But I think I will start by adding them to the 10. They come to join the likes of LPG, Ghana Movement, Party is Ghana Movement Party, Ghana Freedom Party, and the likes. Not to disrespect them, but we must give them opportunity to gain grounds and grow. I'm not sure right from the word go, we want to add them to the first 2. So that is respectfully where I would want to put them. And my caution is that they shouldn't simply feel is going to be a take on the table. No, it's going to be a product of hard work, serious engagement with the grassroots. I don't know how many structures they've placed at the regional levels, at the constituency levels, at the branch levels, at the ward levels, and all those places. Let's see the first 1 year ahead of them being dedicated to fixing those structures. And then maybe by 2027 or so, they're doing an early congress to confirm the acting positions they have, and then maybe confirm the flag bearer and all those things. Then we see their real plan on the ground. It's not going to be a take on the table, that is for sure. Even the MPP and the NDC, before they win elections, Senior Maliba will tell you it's simply not an easy task. Even the 2024 election with the margin didn't come just by day sitting down, and they did extremely some level of hard work. So that would be my early cautions to them. I'm just doing a quick comparison, and then I will end for my colleagues too. So the UP existed in 1957. You remember? Yeah. So if they had launched DS very early, like 13th, because the first UP was 13th October. So you missed it by 3 days. That's on a lighter note. 68 years down the line, the next UP that from the chairman appears to mimic the former UP has been born. The difference is that in the earlier UP, there was only one movement. The rest were all parties. Now there is a movement. I don't know which political parties are coming together to form the United. The earlier United was actually a combination of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 political parties with one movement, which was a National Liberation Movement. So let's say the National Liberation Movement will be the movement for change. They need to go look for Northern People's Party and non-youth organization.
Now miss already.
They will come and join.
He means the former MPP members. So they are already.
No, but
they are still coming.
Not as a party in that manner that you're analyzing.
Yeah. So let's then the United Party, but there's a clue. I am saying this because there are still some political parties who are still living in their shadows. They can start by talking to them. The PNP, the PPP, those parties that organizes themselves 3 months to elections.
Giving them free consultation.
I mean, that's what this platform usually. If that could be, then the United can actually mimic wholly the United Party that was formed some 68 years ago.
We have PNC and
Thank you so much.